Good morning, everyone. The Delaware County Commissioner meeting for May 25th, 2023 is now in session. Would you stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. I'm Gary Merrill, Vice Chair of the Board this year, and to my right is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis, and our Administrator Tracy Davies, and Don Houston, our Deputy Administrator, as well as Eric Hostetler, who's in the audience, and of course our clerks. With that, let's begin.
Resolution number 23-443, in the matter of approving electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held May 22nd, 2023.
So move.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 23-443. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
And Mr. Britton is absent this morning. We have no public comment. Resolution number 23-444, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants and batch numbers CMA PR 0524 and memo transfers and batch numbers MCA PR 0524.
So move.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 23-444. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-445, in the matter of declaring personal property obsolete, unfit, or not needed for public use in the intent of selling such property via internet auction or disposal of property of no value.
So move.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, I'm John Melvin, Director of Facilities. Attached is a list of vehicles that have been pulled out of service and are ready to be sold on internet auction.
Any questions or comments? Vote.
Vote
Hang
on-
on a second.
Vote on motion 23-445. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
I got asked at least twice yesterday about the Bixby building. Where are we at now as far as schedule?
We're still looking, wrapping up the existing building end of July, so looking end of July completion, moving in August. Sheriff's Office is still on schedule to be completed end of August, so end of August for September.
And something to think about, I, at a meeting last night that one of the township trustees was at, and I suggested as a possible location for a late year meeting and maybe have it out there at that site and do a tour. So you think about that. If you think it has merit, maybe let me know and I'll get back to the individual and we'll try to coordinate something.
A late year, what do you mean?
Township meeting, they meet quarterly, the township.
Okay.
And maybe having one of their meetings out there.
Oh, absolutely, because the what used to be the auditorium in the existing career center has been leveled basically, and now it's a big meeting room, similar to the meeting room we have up at Willis Building, maybe even a little bit larger. So it'd be perfect space to
And I
host
suggested
that.
maybe the last meeting of the year, which I think is in November.
Oh, yeah,
So-
that would be perfect.
So just a heads up, and, okay?
Item
that,
number, sorry.
proceed.
Item number 5, resolution number 23-446, in the matter of approving addendum number 7 to the lease agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and the Ohio Department of Public Safety, Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles for the Frank B. Willis Building, Delaware License Agency.
So move.
Second,
Morning, Commissioners. Justin Navi, Director of Finance. This request is for a renewal of the lease with the State of Ohio, and this is for the BMV office space in the Willis Building, and it's going to renew the lease from July 1 of this year through June 30th of 2025, and there is a built-in rate increase of 3% for the lease each year over the next 2 years.
Okay.
but inflation is at 8% and 3%, doesn't really get me excited, but I think we should be more reflective of what the current economic going forward.
Right.
Just my observation. Any questions or comments? Call for vote.
Vote on motion 23-446. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-447, and the matter of approving addendum number 8 to the lease agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and the Ohio Department of Public Safety, Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles for the Frank B. Willis Building Driver's Exam Station.
So move.
Second, discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Again, this is a secondary lease renewal, and this is for the driver's exam space, also in the Willis Building for the same term. And again, it does have a 3% increase each year over the next 2 years.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 23-447. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-448, in the matter of approving supplemental appropriations.
So move.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Last item, This is a request for supplemental appropriations on startup fees for 2 ditch projects that were recently approved for construction.
Questions or comments? Vote?
Vote on motion 23-448. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That brings us to administrative reports.
Nothing today. I don't have anything either, thank you.
Commissioner Lewis?
I don't have anything either.
Well, you all forgot the most important thing. That's this weekend. We celebrate Memorial Day,
Oh,
which
gosh, that's right.
it's our
Yeah.
opportunity to remember all those who served and in many cases gave the ultimate sacrifice, that being their lives. So hopefully everybody takes a moment to think about that. And we tend to take those things for granted today, and that's unfortunate. And our veterans who got us through World War II and the Korean War, et cetera, could go forward. But, so please keep that in mind as we, celebrate's not the right word, as we honor those who came before us and served. With that, I do believe we have need for executive session.
We do. Resolution number 23-449, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of employment compensation of a public employee or public official and for collective bargaining.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Did we have pending litigation on there?
Oh, I do. I'm sorry. I said the wrong thing. For pending or imminent litigation as well.
You still, your motion is,
I will second that.
okay, well, and I
Oh,
will
no,
second
yeah.
the change.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, call for vote.
Vote on motion 23-449. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye. We're now in